but just no pepperoni.
All right, how about without the pepperoni? You could give it a shot.
Oh yeah.
You heard his band before?
Who is it?
Block Party. No. They're good. They're very good.
Would you send me that, please?
I will tag you in it right now. Oh, wait a minute. Rose Donovan. Rose Donovan is...
I got a song for Rick.
What about her?
She
you can't play music during the show.
Hang on.
We got a copyright strike on the thing the other night.
It's live? We did?
Yeah, I'm live now, hopefully.
We did?
Yeah.
What music did we play?
When I was doing the test video, I was listening to iHeart, and it fucking got picked up.
Are you fucking serious? Yeah. Look at that at the end of the second period.
Because we didn't put any fucking thing on there. So hopefully we're live.
It's like
nothing at the end too. It's fucking Weisberg's fault.
And he says he's 6-0. Huh?
Yeah, well now it'd be like fucking
6-0. Going
oh my god! Hang on. I just saw a guy who looked like Nick Weisberg.
Oh, wait a minute.
Fat guy who thinks he's Italian.
Huh? Look, wait.
Oh, that's actually pretty funny.
That's it.
Oh my god!
Dude, I didn't get a notification. You said we're live, right?
It says we're live.
It's the live timer is
Enzo
going
says,
right here.
there we are. We're back. I got fucking Enzo on here and Janet.
Weisberg, you missed Weisberg
All right.
on the video.
Yeah, so here we are. Back on the actual program that we're supposed to be on. Hopefully with no issues.
Let's hope no
What a way to open the Super Bowl preview episode. Yes, Jim's reaction is private.
Peyton Royce, I think she's in NXT.
Yes, she's fucking hot.
What do you think, baby? Would you muff dive that?
I think she might be a little too. She's not meaty enough for me. But that's besides the point.
I stick in the butt regardless.
All right. So while we have 3 people on, I'm going to share the show real quick. Again.
For the show to share.
Take everybody in it.
Shot
Janet, make sure Sean is on.
It's my buddy.
I don't have his sounds because it's just retarded.
She's funny.
You can lick the crevices of my crack. Yeah.
I don't want to lick the crevices in your crack. At least not yet.
Are you serious? I'm taking Fiora and everything. I can give 2 shits.
DC Comics announces Batman and Catwoman's wedding date.
Really?
Well, they already have a daughter, supposedly, named Raven.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. They've been, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm looking at this like, what the fuck? She was born white, but looks like this now.
Maybe she's just weird.
No, she got a tan thingy.
All right.
What, a tanning obsession?
Yeah,
funded by who? Daddy?
She's actually German.
Oh, jeez.
What's that? Verstegen! Sorry.
Farfenuggen.
Who's Farfenuggen?
All right. Prop up the props behind you guys, which you were supposed to have done during the break. I don't know if anybody can fucking hear this shit.
Sorry, Helen was grinding on me.
Janet, Enzo, how does the show sound with the mic? Are we echoey or whatever?
Rick.
Yeah, just like hook one up there and then hook one up next to it.
There we go. That's one.
Yeah.
Jim gotta move out.
We're setting up the props now. It's fucking hilarious.
Hook up there. I'm gonna hook up with Anna afterwards.
Yes.
That's it.
Okay, so there's the 2 combatants.
Good, you can keep that one on your side.
Oh, why? Because it's gonna burn you?
I know, because I might want to, like, fart on it.
Like you haven't farted on any of my jerseys before.
This is true, I have.
Sharing it to Twitter.
Nasty ass.
Yes, my nasty. What?
I'm sharing the show to Twitter.
I still can't believe we saw somebody who looks like Nick Weisberg. No, he did not.
Yes.
All right. So on my end right now, okay, should we scare them?
We need to pull your pants down?
No, not that. What we prepared for them that was supposed to be on the first show, should we hit them with it now?
Yes.
Yes, Neo.
We should?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Actually, they're not that hard to make. You just have to dry it out a little.
Why don't you say it a little bit louder? They can hear you.
We're back
Louder.
on.
Yes, we're back on.
About zucchini patties.
Yes.
Talking about dragon titties.
Zoo.
Apparently, we have shocked the shit out of Enzo
Really?
because he put whoa. Was it loud?
Shot
Did
shit or
it? Did it fucking knock you off your chair?
Shit shocked him.
Yeah. Well. Okay. So, Super Bowl 52,
already got it.
February 4th, 2018, for the 2017 season, is my boys, the New England Patriots, versus those assholes from Philly, the Eagles. And obviously, now, Karasu is not a huge football fan.
No, fuck football. Nah, I'm fucking with you.
And for those idiots that are watching across the seas, football Americano.
No, say it right. Football, the Americano.
Okay, you show your
Latin side.
yeah, your Latin side.
That's right. Somebody didn't do it.
Well, I can't.
Not you. Her.
Oh, well.
Not you, dear.
She's got her nose stuck in her phone, as usual.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Yeah, Janet, this is another reason why we're doing the show. Because I want the true poll of...
You want the poll?
Yes, I want the poll.
Oh, my God.
The whole poll and nothing but the poll.
Yeah.
For God help everybody on the fucking show. All right. Giants fans get screwed on this because you play either the evil empire or
That was a good album.
the assholes of the Philly Steaks.
That was a good album, Evil Empire.
Dude, it's like what I was talking to you about when we took our little road trip out to Long Island the other day. That I'm caught in the middle because I obviously go for the Jets. New England being the rivals to the Jets, I cannot root for them. And these fuckers over here, I hate with a passion every sports team that comes out of Pennsylvania. So I'm just...
Whether it be Pittsburgh or Philly,
Absolutely.
or Wilkes-Barre Scranton, or Lehigh Valley.
Or Dragon.
Just Pittsburgh and Philly. And I have no love lost, but I'm caught in a jam. I'm just gonna be like, whoever wins, wins. I'm not gonna root for a team. It's like, all right, whatever. But unfortunately, I got...
Can they both not lose?
I don't know. But unfortunately, I got dick bagged around, and I got to fucking work my afternoon shift on Super Bowl Sunday.
Take it as you may with the two teams that are in it.
As you may.
But also look at the right being is that as much as people want to say Patriots fans are very disrespectful, the shit Philly did the weekend of the NFC Championship game
I've seen that. I've seen
was
that.
just even more completely fucking horrifying
they don't
than
know-
anything else on the fucking planet.
They don't know how to act. They're not used to winning. I mean, dude, they burn fucking cars when their team wins. You imagine they lose on Sunday? Philadelphia is going to be fucking burned down off the map. They don't know how to act.
But didn't even fucking win anything. You got a trip to the Super Bowl. Now,
Exactly.
you go fucking trash talking like everybody else usually does.
Right.
What kind of fucking sense did that make?
It makes absolutely no sense because that's Philadelphia for you. The only good thing to ever come out of Philadelphia is a fictional boxer named Rocky Balboa.
No.
Cheesesteaks.
Cheesesteaks.
I'm calling Alex out, by the way, because he called the Pats cheaters.
Did he?
Yeah, and I will bring this up because, again, I wish I had the ability to share the video. But an Arizona Cardinals fan made a video the other day that even though he is not biased to the Pats things,
Right.
but he brought up very intricate examples how I'm trying to find this one last website. Thank you. Okay. That because the Patriots are the evil empire, the fucking the Yankees of football, everybody makes it a case
For what?
to throw everything on them.
It's okay. I mean,
Meanwhile, the same teams, namely Jim's team, the Jets, by the way, has done the exact same things and didn't get caught for it.
Because we just
Pittsburgh-
suck so badly off the map. No one
Pittsburgh and the
cares.
Giants had the same issue that the Patriots got screwed for, but the NFL did nothing. The Indianapolis Colts, with their deflated footballs,
Jeez.
did the exact same thing. What did the NFL do? Nothing.
Can I intervene? And,
No. Sorry.
You're allowed to intervene.
Listen, red penis. You gotta stop stroking him too much. It's getting really red.
Oh boy.
There you go. I think, as much as it pains me to say, I think the Patriots get a lot of flack the way they do. The Yankees get a lot of flack the way they do. And for some point or another, the Montreal Canadiens get a lot of flack the way they do because they are successful. Past, present, whatever. They're successful. So everyone's going to dump on them because of their past or present success.
What we got to dump on them?
I don't know.
Well, after the fucking shit that I saw in the Philly game, going after the 99-year-old fucking Minnesota Vikings fan,
Millie.
Oh, what was it? Take
how the fuck do you fucking think that you're going to be treated now in Minnesota because you went after her?
They don't think, dude. They don't think.
They're a
It's like
bunch
I
of
said-
fucking drunken morons.
it's like I
That's
said
exactly the
before.
problem.
Dude, before the fucking Eagles-Vikings game, they were throwing unopened cans of beer at Vikings fans. And I'm not talking about a little fucking pussy lob. I'm talking about they were gunning the motherfuckers. They
Well,
were
that's because they're
gunning
fucking
them with
retarded.
beer. And then I will say, as funny, because, you know, we're, for the most part, wrestling fans in here, the Buffalo Bills tailgating party has wrestling matches in the parking lot that break out all over the place. I think that's cool.
Yeah,
they
but
go a little
those-
far with it.
They go a little far with it,
Yes.
but it's not against other teams. They do it to themselves.
That's what's funny about it.
That's the
Buffalo-
problem.
Buffalo, for the most part, are humble fan bases.
The video froze. I'm hoping the audio still went. I really
Son
could
of a
care less.
bitch! Sorry. Buffalo, for the most part, are humble fans. From from what I've experienced, like I said before, I went to Rangers Sabres a few years back. You know, they were cool and everything. A couple little meatheads, in the stands and everything. But for the most part, they're humble fans.
Well, thanks. Thanks, dude. At least he's double checking it for us.
But for the most part, like I said, they are humble. They're really cool. You've gone to Brooklyn Bolts before they folded.
Let me tell you, okay? Now, not very many people know about the football league that they were in,
Yeah, I wish I would have.
okay? But you talk to a lot of the players, okay? And I had the honor of, after every Brooklyn Bolts home game, to hang out with the teams in the parking lot
Yeah.
before they got on the bus.
They didn't leave right away, you said.
Well, no, they don't leave right away, but it was the privilege of being there, and they're from all walks of life. They're from all different colleges. They've all at one time been on a professional team.
You said, I think you said it was the fullback or I
The
forgot
running
what-
back, the halfback.
Is it the halfback, the one who was picking on you because of your patch jersey?
Yes. Because I was wearing his number after Ty Law left.
Oh boy.
And then he got cut from the Pats, and that was the number he was wearing.
Oh.
So I got beefed on for that. I really didn't even care.
They were cool as
but
fuck though, from what you told me.
let me tell you,
Melissa told me. some
if
stories.
if I saw half of these guys again in that developmental league, I would be fucking drinking beers with them after the game. And on Thirsty Thursday for the Bedroom Radio Show, that was a call out to them because I'd be drinking with them. And yes, Enzo does make the point. I was on New York 1 and New York 12
You were on
for
News 12?
I was on News 12 for the
didn't see
Brooklyn
that
Bolts. The preview down at Borough Hall. It was fucking the most amazing thing ever.
That's awesome.
They interviewed me and I was fucking happy as a pig in shit. That's how I knew I was good for the show.
I just really, really wish I would have gotten around to a Brooklyn Bolts game. But besides that, we're completely straying off the topic here.
Yes, but it's
Maybe
still
we should
football.
Go for one day.
We can't. The Bolts
They're done.
folded.
The whole league folded. It was only around for 2 years.
I
Never
know.
mind.
Yeah.
But-
I wish I would have gone.
But then again, before I forget, there is one other football game noteworthy: the NYPD versus FDNY football games at municipal park.
Really?
Well, that's gonna be for a while, I think.
I always wanted to go to the FDNY versus NYPD hockey games. I heard
March,
that shit's awesome.
March. Oh yeah, it's psycho.
You gone?
Of course.
Well, what
All
I'm
right.
saying, you go all over the place.
So getting back to the fucking Pats Eagles.
We'll try to plan that out.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. There were stories of native Minnesotans, I think they call them.
School.
Minnesotans.
I don't know if it's. I don't even never have to fucking pronounce that shit.
Sodas.
They were saying something about that they were all going to start driving for Uber, and then leave the fucking Eagles fans in weird parts of Minnesota, because people from Philly have no idea where they're going. So
unless they're smart enough to do the research, which I highly doubt.
Well, again, they fucking eat Philly cheesesteaks and drink all the time. So that's exactly how that all was going to work.
The shit out of everyone.
And I think in a one-finger salute from everyone in the room, we got to give a salute to Ed U for his precious Eagles.
Indeed.
Yeah, fucking.
Fuck you and your Eagles.
His fucking jalapeno papa penis. Try to say that fucking 8 times fast. Jesus Christ.
Like I said, every time he tells me wrestling is fake, I
tell him his jalapeno papa is fake.
That's his response to everything. You could be fucking talking about space exploration. He's like, WWE is fake and boring. Shut the fuck up.
Because he has nothing else better to do than to play with his fucking jalapeno popper penis.
But he's the one who goes to all the events and gets fucking pictures with the wrestlers and autographs on fucking paper.
Again, it's fucking shit happens.
Well, he does admit he's a hypocrite, though.
Well, that's good for him. He admits that he's a hypocrite.
What, a medal?
I at one point, to honestly tell you, I almost wanted to make a bet with him.
Ooh.
That, you know, because his little penis would not match up to my fucking monster penis. And my goddamn huge bowling ball sized nuts.
Yep.
But I guarantee you, he would fucking lose in a heartbeat. I got big balls. Just like you know.
He's got big balls.
I got balls enough that I have to do this show.
Mine's big and hairy.
Yeah, and Enzo does bring up a point.
When trying to shave him?
Yes.
Oh, God.
It fucking hurts.
Yeah, yo, that shit. Oh,
But think of it this way, though. We have
that
problems doing it sober. Imagine how bad it is with Philadelphia Eagles fans doing it drunk.
Cutting their ball sack here?
They might end up like that guy that got the fucking child molester that got his dick cut off.
Oh.
But anyway, yeah, there's been some really weird incidents in Minnesota.
Is the cleaning out lady okay? Or
She's still fucking enamored about the size of my nuts.
And at least you got 2 of them, unlike Xbox.
You know, he's got a bulldog bull.
Exactly. He's got that one big fucking bulldog bull.
Yeah, they're playing AC/DC in the background for me.
Yes.
Enzo did bring up a point. I would put the chat up there, but for some reason it keeps freezing.
Okay.
Enzo brought up the point that they were not letting the Eagles fans or the players eat in certain restaurants.
Wow. Really?
Again, you're an NFC team that disrespected the state of the team stadium that you're playing in for the Super Bowl.
That would have been cool if Minnesota made it. It would have been the first team to play in their respective stadium for the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, but again, you're playing in.
Fate was not on their side.
You're playing in the NFC Championship game, and making fun of the city where you are going to play the game.
Because they're from Philly and they don't think.
They have no respect.
And that too.
I mean, I went to Phillies games against the Mets a few years ago.
We've
gone
the 4-0 shutout with Heilman on the mound.
Yes.
We went to that game. That was fun.
They're assholes before the game even starts.
Oh, mono.
And they're even worse after the game, even if they lose. I mean, Philly's a big sports town. Don't get me wrong, but God,
It is.
have some fucking couth.
I mean, what do you got in Pennsylvania, let's say? You got Flyers, Eagles, 76ers, and who's the other?
Phillies.
And the Phillies, you just said that. Pittsburgh, you got the stupid Penguins, the Pirates, the Steelers, and
That's it.
no
they have no basketball there.
And
you know what? I'll say this. At least Pittsburgh is smart not to have basketball. Hey.
But that's what he truly thinks about the Philadelphia Eagles,
and
though.
all of their fan bases are jerk-offs.
I mean, I'm the only.
But you know what? Here's an oddity though.
That's a fucking shit. That's a shitty
Oh, no, you
cheesesteak.
did not!
Wow, that's a shitty cheesesteak, man. Holy crap!
Wow.
I didn't even have to play the
No,
fucking
he
sound
did
tone
not.
for that.
See, he was wearing a white shirt before I farted.
Oh dear God.
This mask is black.
Well,
was.
I was
It
gonna
was
say,
black.
I was gonna say I do have friends in both fan bases. Funny enough.
That's fucking nuts.
That's why water's mask.
My apologies.
Oofa.
Um,
You don't see
Do you
right
have-
into the
Do you have that
eyes.
spray, please? I mean, I'm
Yeah.
dying.
just
here.
inhale the
Let me-
candle. It's okay.
Let me do it, because you'll choke us all out in here.
All right.
Sprayed your ass.
Yeah, I sprayed behind me.
Oh dear God.
All right. So let's actually cover some of the news from the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Sure.
Well, the number one, medically speaking, Gronkowski has cleared concussion protocol.
Yeah, I'd love to see Philly cover his ass.
Yeah, Gronk's gonna play.
Yep.
Gronk was gonna
Gronk's not
play if
gonna
they
miss.
didn't fucking Philly. They didn't fucking clear him.
Gronk will play with fucking with his left arm and his right leg.
Well, I'm looking at this now, and there's a prediction. So I just found this article on the Bleacher Report on the predictions. Bleacher Report's expert Super Bowl 52 picks and predictions. So, without further ado, the Super Bowl is almost here. On Sunday, the AFC champion New England Patriots will battle the NFC champion Philadelphia Eagles in the 57th iteration of the biggest game in sports.
Notice how they said 57, but there's only.
52nd, excuse me.
Thank you.
Sorry. For the Patriots, it's a return to the scene of so many crimes. Sunday's matchup in Minneapolis marks the 8th time that Bill Belichick and Tom Brady have made it to within 60 minutes of a championship. For the Eagles, it's their third ever chance at the franchise's first ever Super Bowl win, and would be their first championship since 1960. Excuse me. It's a game filled with subplots galore. Brady's and Belichick's quest for a record 6 Super Bowl win. Nick Foles' attempt to become Jeff Hostetler 2.0, a backup quarterback who led his team to a win on football's biggest stage.
That's true.
And the battle between two of the NFL's 3 highest scoring offenses against 2 of the league's stingiest scoring defenses. It's a matchup that has the makings of an instant classic. And just as we do every year here at Bleacher Report, the NFL gang has gathered to preview the game and offer takes on how the Super Bowl 52 will play out. Roll call. Before we get to the good stuff, here's a quick look at the pundits who contributed picks and predictions regarding the most superest of all the Bulls, version 52.
All right. Before we go any further, I want to jump in and say that numbers mean nothing at this point,
Sure.
because we look at the original teams that started the playoffs. Okay? Now, obviously, there is one person that lives in my household that's 2 floors up
Oh dear.
who talked a lot of shit in the beginning of the season because his team started 6-0. And yes, they beat the Pats in the beginning of the fucking season, and we all know who we're talking about. We're talking about the Kansas City Chiefs.
What did that
Okay.
do for them, though?
And they ended up losing at one point. What was that? 8 of 9?
8 of 9.
Okay.
After the 6-0
After the
start.
6-0 start, and they barely made it into the playoffs.
And
But they were one of the highest rated offenses in the NFL, and they took a dump in the first round. Okay? We had 2 decently great quarterbacks, youngins as we call them, and Mariota and Bortles. Okay? Those were 2 potent offenses, with the Jaguars being the number 1 defensive takeaway team in the NFL, and they got beat by the Pats. The Titans, again, another high-powered offense, they got taken out by the Pats too. So those numbers meant dick. All right?
Jacksonville was a surprise, though.
You go to
Surprise.
the NFC, okay? You had the Eagles, which was one of the best defenses. You had Minnesota, which was one of the highest scoring defensive teams.
Right.
And they got shit on by the Eagles. Okay? I'm
thought
kind of
was
missing
crazy.
somebody. Because there was another high-powered defensive team in the NFC. Oh, yeah, you had the fucking Atlanta Falcons. And what happened to them? They got shit on too. So the numbers of saying this team is best at this defense and this offense, they all go out the window at the Super Bowl.
Clearly, numbers don't mean shit.
No.
You know, your numbers don't mean shit.
But the wins will
What-
get you into the postseason.
But what do
that's
they
the thing.
always say? Anybody could beat anybody on any given day.
That's true. That's
Anyone
why.
could beat
hence
anyone.
hence the famous phrase, "Any given Sunday."
And
Yes.
Great.
and one of our fellow brethren, Alex, is screaming out, "Fuck the Chiefs!" And they sadly fucking said goodbye to Alex Smith on Tuesday.
He went to Washington.
He got traded to Washington and then signed a 4-year extension.
Ah.
So the Kansas City Chiefs, who was this juggernaut of a team,
Juggernaut.
they fucking they nutted in their shorts and sent their quarterback to fucking Washington.
Hey, well, look at it this way. I mean, would you be in would you want to be in a position of being a Chiefs fan who was a decent team who at least made the postseason, or my lowly ass who's a fucking Jets fan?
Well, look at it this way. All right,
And it
so
looks like I'm talking to nobody because I can't see you on the screen.
okay, so Buffalo made it in as a wild
good.
card, but they deserved it because Tennessee fucking handed them a gift.
Merry Christmas.
But I didn't. But to honestly tell you, I didn't think Buffalo was a bad team this year. Now there were teams. Again, our brother Alex from Bedroom Radio, who's watching, he's a diehard Raiders fan, diehard. Okay, but they shot themselves in the foot
Oh no.
throughout the middle of the season, and they couldn't recover.
Oh jeez.
I mean, and Alex, you can get mad at me. I can care less. We spanked them in fucking Mexico, where they spanked Denver last year. So
You okay? Yeah, they played it.
yeah, they played in fucking Mexico. Fucking the last two, the Raiders,
The
the home team.
mariachi, the serenade.
Was there a game played in London this season?
There were 4 games played overseas this year,
Yeah.
and the Jacksonville Jaguars have an undefeated record in the
States.
UK. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's great. You fucking get up at like 8 o'clock in the morning. You can watch football.
Fuck that! It's on at like 5 a.m. here.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Well, don't forget
nuts.
there's a 6-hour differential between here and
5.
United Kingdom.
5.
Oh, 5. Thank you.
It's an 8-hour flight, 5-hour time difference.
I see. However, you know.
Yes, Alex, I brought up that point that the Raiders beat the Texans last year. They beat everybody in Mexico except for the Pats.
Interesting.
Stop.
Well, it's not just the NFL who's going overseas to market their games.
NBA.
As a matter of, sorry,
NHL.
yeah,
NBA.
I was going to touch
NHL.
upon NHL. Yes.
Actually, NBA started that first.
They
You're right.
paved the way. Yes.
You're right.
You're true.
Well, at least we're all lucky, and I'm and I know our listeners will agree with this. At least we don't have advertisements on our jerseys.
Thank God, no.
Fucking, because that's retarded.
Basketball's got that shit now.
That is the gayest fucking thing I've ever seen. I could see it on soccer jerseys or football
College
international. Okay,
Like college sports.
that I could see it on, not on a
College, I
fucking.
don't know.
No, college doesn't even have that.
No, they wouldn't.
No, but only the fucking like. Okay, again, we'll differentiate soccer and football international for wearing the promo shit on their jerseys,
Yeah.
but it's not necessary on a fucking NBA jersey.
Hockey gets
Yeah.
away with it on the boards. They get away with it on the ice sometimes.
That's
but
one
not on
thing,
the
though.
jerseys.
No, but you know what? But I gotta give it to Bettman for a change, even though I despise him.
Sucks.
He is the one who was against putting advertisements on the jerseys. Thank you.
Can he seriously do something to reverse the fucking jerseys again and have the Rangers wear the white jerseys at the Garden
I don't
and the
know.
blue on the road? Because it's fucking ridiculous.
Hell yeah, I've seen it a lot.
I
You
hate
can't
to
people
say
wear,
it, this team could
they
finally
can wear
pull their
road,
heads
road
out.
jerseys.
Yeah.
Road jerseys at home and home.
You know how sickening it is when you go on the fucking internet and you go to order a jersey, you say, "Oh, I'm gonna get the blue one." You're looking it up, and it says
called a
New
home.
York Rangers blue home jersey.
Yeah, that's
If
weird.
this team pulled their heads out of their asses and stopped fucking relying on Lundqvist every game and learn how to fucking
Thank you.
work as a cohesive team and actually win a cup one of these days, imagine they
This
win
might
out the
sound
Garden.
blasphemous. This might sound blasphemous, but I have a feel. But I think they should take out Lundqvist.
Trade him. They should have traded him
Thank
after
you.
we lost in the.
Okay, we're not talking hockey. We're talking football.
But anywho,
No, but the
moving
point I'm trying to
forward.
make is with that, how fucking weird would that look? They win the cup at Madison Square Garden in their blue uniforms.
I would've
Well,
done
it
that.
also does bring up the actual mysterious thing about what jerseys each team is wearing in the Super Bowl, because now the
Right,
number
right.
is 17 out of 18 of the last Super Bowl winners have all worn white jerseys.
Really? Okay, pop quiz. Who's the one team that lost wearing the white jersey?
Green Bay.
Yikes.
Okay? So now, if you want to put your money on the team,
Yeah.
the Pats are wearing the white jerseys
Oh,
in
boy.
Minnesota.
Philly's dead.
Okay? And I don't know if they're wearing the green ones or the black ones. Although it actually would look kind of funny because I think colorblind people would actually be suited better with Philly wearing black and the
Yeah.
Pats wearing white because it's natural to colorblind
Like
people.
I could see it looking like cool like this.
Yeah.
Like the jersey backdrop that we have here.
Mm-hmm.
The white Patriots jersey and the black.
And if you guys are curious, okay, I am the owner of both those jerseys because I am a jersey collector.
Yes.
There are about a fucking 130 NFL jerseys in the closet behind the backdrop,
He's like, yup. I've seen him.
okay? And they are their own separate laundry.
He actually, Ricky actually got me to, start doing the whole like jersey collecting thing because I have a, what the fuck is it?
The San Diego Chargers?
I have a San Diego Chargers jersey because I'm a huge LaDainian Tomlinson fan. Especially, it was great when he came to the Jets, so it was double doozy for me.
I haven't heard San Diego Chargers.
Yeah,
in years.
I have a.
Well, they're
LaDainian
not
Tomlinson
San Diego anymore. They're obviously the LA Chargers.
LA Chargers now. Yes, but the jersey I have is a San Diego Chargers jersey. I have in other sports. I have, like I said, I have a San Diego Chargers jersey. Hockey, I have a fucking St. Louis Blues Chris Pronger jersey
Whoa.
with the Captain C on.
Number 77.
Number 44.
44. Yeah, 44.
Like
That's right.
GR
No,
44.
wait a second. St. Louis Blues
G44.
77. St. Louis Blues 77 is Pierre Turgeon.
She's right. It was Pierre Turgeon. Right.
What turn me on? What?
Yo, that. Yo.
Dude, we used to rag on him when he was with the Islanders. Remember that shit?
Oh yeah.
All right, Alex, I don't know if you're still there, but I actually prepared this for earlier. I think we're going to do it again because we just need like a 30-second like breather thing. So I am going to hit them with this again.
Yo, that shit.
Now they want
All right, it's coming back.
with the whole thing. Range jersey. What's the first thing you think?
Oh.
1994. The
Yeah.
year they won the cup.
All right, so we gave them that little fucking that hitter right there for a little bit of an advertisement.
That shit is strong.
They are strong.
I took 2 of them.
So trash talking.
Forward.
The talking of trash.
Everybody fucking does it.
I do
Now-
it when I'm provoked into it.
Everybody does it.
Or to
Sporting
piss off a
events,
certain person
fights,
who's
everything.
online.
Okay,
Everybody
but
trash talk. I've trash talk.
with fucking the history of the way football is, okay?
Minutes of playing an entire game.
Obviously, this year, before the game was even played, okay, before it was ever set in stone, Jalen Ramsey
Ramsey Jalen.
of the Jacksonville Jaguars automatically just came out to Jaguars fans and said, "We're winning the fucking Super Bowl," and totally look over the Pats, and they got it stuck right in their ass. The Pittsburgh Steelers overlooked the Jacksonville Jaguars, and Pittsburgh got stuck in their ass.
Oh jeez.
So,
If only that could happen to the Penguins.
Seriously.
well, Penguins don't take it in the ass, from what I
Rhonda
understand,
does.
but that's besides the
By
point.
Malkin.
Oh jeez.
Now, obviously, every year, mind you, I've been a Pats fan since 1985, so I've been through all of these fucking Super Bowl years, and everybody talking trash about the fucking Pats. You notice how they don't say a fucking word. They don't say a word.
I don't trash talk, so.
But I'm just saying, though, like, with this year, okay, Eagles fans, after they had their fucking little blowout party in Philly, oh, we're the underdogs, we got to wear fucking Doberman masks and poodle masks and all this other fucking hairy dog shit.
the
underdog.
fucking Eagles players were wearing dog masks in the press conferences.
Whoa.
Because they were the underdogs at home. Okay? They were a fucking 3-point underdog the first round against Atlanta. I think it was 5 points or 7 points the NFC Championship game or whatever. Okay, listen, you want to be an underdog? Fine. But notice this, and I take credit for this, for coming up with this stat. All of the receivers from Philly are all from high-end colleges.
Yeah.
USC, Miami, South Carolina, and there was one more. No, I don't think it was Michigan. It'll escape me. Okay?
Duke?
It was one of the higher schools. Maybe it was fucking Florida or some shit. Okay? Fior finally showed up.
Fior
She took her fucking sick thumb out of her ass to fucking tune in for the show.
Show me your titties.
I hope you're feeling better, sweetheart.
All right, and this is only episode 2 of 3, so we got
three, that's
we got
right.
fucking third one rolling.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm horny. I mean, hyper.
But the funny thing about all of this is that as much as Philly wants to call them the underdogs, there is not one wide receiver on the Pats that was a drafted player. I think Edelman was drafted, but
But he
they
got
did
them
not
right
all
now.
come from high-end colleges.
No.
We have a guy from Monmouth on our team.
Yeah.
We have a guy from fucking Rutgers on our team. There's a football player from fucking Texas Tech on our team.
God.
Jeez.
Okay? These are not all highly touted colleges that we have players for on our team. So now turn around and tell me, who the fuck are the underdogs? You got pampered when you went to all of these big fucking schools. And now you got these guys that had to fight to get into the NFL to get a spot. You were
And
a
they're
pampered
tearing it up
bitch.
in the league.
This is why everybody loves to fucking hate the Pats. Because they get fucking players. For example, LeGarrette Blount was not great in Tampa, and I wish Brian Murphy was on to watch this fucking show. Because
He's a Buccaneers fan.
because he's a huge Buccaneers fan, and I guarantee you, he would fucking back me up on this. LeGarrette Blount, when he played in Tampa, was fucking horrible. Horrible. Bill Belichick called him up, signed him to the Pats. He played phenomenal. He left. He went to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Did absolutely nothing there. Got arrested for pot.
Oh, jeez.
Steelers released him. Pats get him back. Pats win another Super Bowl. He leaves this year after scoring 19 touchdowns with the Pats and winning a Super Bowl, and didn't have halfway close to the production he had with the Pats as he did with the fucking Eagles. Again, now tell me why you fucking hate the Pats. Because they have the best fucking program in football. We turned the shittiest fucking player into a fucking superstar, and when they leave, what happens? Thank you for the sound effect, by the way. Yeah, you took the thumb out of your ass. You fucking hump you. Fior. I called her out on the Super Bowl preview show. So there was also Gronk playing LeGarrette Blount in Madden, and Gronk killed him. It's a fucking sign of things to come.
Wait, you said the Super Bowl's in Minnesota?
Minnesota, in the second year tiered stadium, which fan experience wise, if you cannot get to Minnesota, you have to check out the virtual tour. That stadium is insane. There is Wi-Fi all the way around the entire stadium. They built the Wi-Fi
That's sick.
into the fucking handrails of the stands.
Whoa.
So you literally could be sitting there shooting a fucking video from fucking your seat, and you are guaranteed fucking Wi-Fi all the way around the stadium.
In and out?
In and out. Fucking amazing.
Wow.
They set up over 100.
Road trip!
They set over 1,200 fucking Wi-Fi antennas in that stadium to make sure the fans
everybody's
are
connected.
very interacted with everything in the stadium. It is the most fucking obscene thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, but you know what happens? Fucking Vikings are getting blown out one day because of all that Wi-Fi. All the fans who are left, they're gonna be on their phone instead of watching the game.
But think of it this way, though.
Bad thing.
They could be fucking actually shooting a fucking YouTube live video. This is why I was hoping somebody would give me Super Bowl tickets. Because I would have been a reporter on behalf of the show from the Super Bowl shooting a video while watching the Super Bowl. Like, I could have been doing that.
I can see that.
Super Bowl is one of the highest rated bucket list things.
But here's the funny thing, is that we heard this on the radio coming back from the island last week. A drunk Eagles fan
Oh no.
paid $25,000 for a ticket or a pair of tickets
To basically see his team lose.
to not only basically see his team lose, but to sit and guarantee the last row of the upper deck of the stadium. Like a fucking retard, he was drunk shopping on fucking Ticketmaster for Super Bowl tickets and paid 9 times the amount that the ticket was being sold for.
He must have been drunk to fucking lay down 25 large for a ticket up in the boonies.
Now that ticket that he paid 25 grand for only was going for $3,500. $3,500.
25 large.
And to top this all off, okay, this is, it's one of the biggest NFL stadiums that they're having the game at,
Yeah.
but it is not the most expensive Super Bowl ticket for any of the 51 other Super Bowls. Imagine that.
Wow.
Now, if Minnesota was playing in the game, I guarantee you the ticket price would go
It
through
would
the
go
roof.
up the roof.
It would be fucking
Forget it.
ridiculous. You'd have $10,000 seats instead of $3,000 seats.
What channel is the Super Bowl on?
It is
NBC.
actually on NBC this year,
So an impromptu.
and next year is on Fox.
So an impromptu word from a sports sponsor. Everybody could check out Super Bowl 52 between the New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles live this Sunday on NBC4.
Dun, dun, dun.
Sponsoring.
Train PIPEBOMB.
Yes.
Yeah.
NBC will fucking write us up, but who cares?
Something like that. Figure we're talking about the Super Bowl. Why not give it a
Yeah.
plug? You know.
Woo.
There was just so much crap that I hear from the fucking Philly fans. It's just nuts.
I mean, like I said,
At least I have to listen. At least I have to haven't had heard from Mr. Jalapeno Popper Pecker guy.
Wrestling
Don't jinx it.
Wrestling.
What is he gonna do? Is he gonna Facebook me? Ooh.
Hey, how
What
much
the
time-
fuck
how
have
much
the
time we got?
Eagles
We got
done?
the
I mean, for Christ's sake, I'm even gonna bash my own fucking team. Even the Jets have done more than the fucking Eagles.
Well,
We at least have a Super Bowl.
exactly. Exactly.
And the Giants.
Giants have had them too.
Giants too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, knock it off, you two. I'm sorry. I'm the only fucking Jets fan who's gonna say you have 2 fluke wins against New England, and I'll explain why.
And what have you done since?
2007, David Tyree doesn't make that catch. Pats win.
By the way, that is the anniversary today
That's right.
of that catch.
2007.
Today
David
was the
Tyree doesn't
anniversary
make
of the
catch.
Tyree
New England
catch.
wins the fucking game. 2011. Victor Cruz doesn't make that fucking lucky ass catch in the end zone. Pats win.
Cruz.
So, oh yeah. You mean Victor Cruz, the guy who's still floating around the league looking for a job? Because
Hey, don't knock him.
fucking
He's a really nice
Chicago
guy.
Bears.
He's a
didn't even
really
want
the
him.
fucking Bears didn't even keep him.
What does that say?
That's horrible.
The fucking Chicago Bears didn't even want his salsa ass.
Oh boy.
The only reason why.
But he
that
never
fucking-
even salsa'd in the fucking end zone for them.
Exactly.
He didn't score a touchdown.
Victor Cruz was a subpar player at best. The only reason why his face was splattered all over the fucking papers is because he salsas in the end zone after scoring a
See.
touchdown.
But then again, let's touch back on.
But anyway, back to the topic. At
Well,
hand.
we'll touch
Yes.
back to this
Back to
because
tables and drinks.
at least those two Giants teams had a viable defense and a much better offensive line than they do now. Okay?
You mean the 3-13 Giants?
Well,
I can't say anything. The Jets didn't make the playoffs either.
just remember one thing. Jimmy G, a former Pat, beat the Giants.
See,
That's all I can say.
Okay.
Jimmy G,
and he has my name.
Jimmy G?
Except for the G part. But it rhymes with B.
Oh. All right. Do you have some stories from BR?
Well, let's see
Bleacher
now.
Report, we're giving you a shout out, by the way, because you're a very viable
I love
source.
Bleacher Report.
Oh, jeez.
Bleacher Report's awesome.
I can't read the shit on NFL.com anymore because the NFL.com, again, brought up like this, the whole fucking Deflate Gate, the Spy Gate, the Ref Gate, the Baby Gate, the fucking Golden Gate.
The front gate.
They brought up every gate possible.
The Golden Gate. Oh, I've logged in many hours.
I hate to say it, but I want to really see the game. I want to see the Super Bowl in San Francisco again. I'm sorry. I like Minnesota. Why?
That's a great stadium.
Okay,
for a Super
first
Bowl.
off,
Well, I've never been
All right.
there, so sorry to say.
as a football historian, okay, I go back to the days where games were not played indoors. For example, Giants Colts, one of the coldest fucking Super Bowls ever, was played outdoors. Okay? Any of the games in the NFL with the Super Bowl should be played outdoors. Okay? San Francisco is a great site. It's a great city. Okay, the Giants play there.
Expensive.
Yes, but capacity-wise, they have enough to fucking put people in the seats for a Super Bowl. Okay? Now, again, tradition-wise, I love seeing the game in cold weather.
Like Lambeau.
Listen, I have seen many playoff games. Giants fucking Green Bay.
2007.
That was the fucking
Oh, I
greatest
remember
game
that.
ever.
24
And it was
below zero that
fucking
day.
butt-ass
And
cold.
you see the sick
Canada
bas-
Goose!
You see the sick bastards in the crowd wearing no shirts. It was 24
That-
below zero.
That, I'm sorry, is fucking football.
Would you do that?
Hell no.
That is football. You play it indoors. Why? Because you're Justin Timberlake doing the fucking halftime show? Bring back Janet Jackson so I can see another fucking outfit malfunction. She was outdoors, by the way.
Yes, she
That
was.
was a very hard
was.
nipple.
So was Prince. As a
Yes.
matter of fact. And
Okay, but
he
again-
he did it in the rain.
I love the fact that you're
Purple
bringing.
Rain.
I love the fact that they're bringing it into a state-of-the-art stadium. But football should be played outside. It should be. I'm sorry.
Wait, wasn't the Super Bowl a couple years ago at MetLife? Or am I just imagining
No.
that?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was Denver, Seattle, and that was the year that everybody laughed at me for wearing the Broncos jersey and
boy.
rooting for the Seahawks, because when I wear the team jersey of the team that I want to lose, they lose. They lose. It's done.
Not all the time. Super Bowl at my father's house. Steelers, Packers. You wore your Clay Matthews jersey.
And who won?
But the Packers won that day.
Well, I was rooting for them.
that was a cool day.
I was rooting for
Remember
them.
the fucking spread that he had?
Let me tell you,
You
by the
took
way,
half the fucking sandwich home with you.
listen, because your father said you didn't want fat ass taking it home. So he fucking just gave me half the fucking hero.
It's true.
Although
You
this
can
year
take
I
as
will,
much as you can before Mike gets to it.
this year
Wow.
I am waiting for the chili. I am waiting for the fucking wings. I am waiting for the potato skins. I will be a fat fuck by halftime. You will have to roll me out of wherever it is that I am watching the game.
By the way, speaking of food, there is something called the New England clam chowder dip.
I love it, by the way. I've had it.
No, it's made in a certain way.
I've had it.
New England clam chowder dip?
Yes.
Okay, how about
I
Philly
am a
cheesesteak dip?
listen, I have gone to Boston. Okay? I had this discussion with Shu a few weeks ago about my trips to Boston. And let me tell you, I am treated like a god there. God.
What are you doing?
He's molesting me!
And you're not hating it.
Hey, at least it's not kids being molested on something. See, she's all flustered now. That's it.
What'd you drop?
My charger.
Oh.
So?
All right.
You afraid that you're gonna reach out and get it?
All right. You have anything you want to shoot in before we
I'm trying.
A load.
Hold on.
because we're I know we're like an hour behind
Oh boy.
fucking internet.
So, neither
As the
New
chat got
England-
quiet too, by the way.
Neither New England nor Philadelphia is a tropical paradise, so for the Patriots and Eagles, the Minnesota winter weather has been pretty normal for them. That's a good thing as both teams head into their Super Bowl 52 meeting on Sunday at US Bank Stadium, trying to treat it like just another 60-minute game. After the media circus they endured Monday in St. Paul, the players for both the Patriots and the Eagles welcomed the opportunity to get back to some semblance of normal game week preparation to focus on the football, even if it's in a new place. Today's a real day. We've got to go out and practice and get kind of get away from the madness, said Philadelphia defensive end Fletcher Cox on Wednesday.
No, not peacocks. It's Cox.
Fletcher Cox.
Yes.
Is sucks or likes his middle name?
Fletcher Cox.
More like likes.
Oh, likes.
Wow.
You know, like
Fletcher Cox.
Vince likes Cox.
Wow.
So does fucking Fletcher.
Vince does like Cox.
Wow.
So, going forward,
You people think this is
as a matter of fact, the Eagles were practicing in University of Minnesota. I just treat it as a regular game week. Things I would do at the facility, I'm doing here. I'm not doing anything different outside of what I would do if I was in Philly.
I hope fucking Brock Lesnar fucking jackhammered one of them.
Brock Lesnar, oh my
Lesnar
god.
played for the Vikings, right?
Yes, he used to play for the Vikings, but he also played out of the University of Minnesota.
This is true.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Bill Goldberg played for the fucking Bears when he had hair.
No.
Goldberg.
No.
Yeah.
Goldberg played for the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah,
Falcons,
the
you're
Falcons.
right.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh.
Goldberg played for the Falcons, yes. When he had
In
hair.
fact, just to let you know, I think Brock Lesnar is going to be one of the honorary guys at the Super Bowl because it is in his home state of Minnesota.
Oh my god.
Just letting you know, that's a little tidbit.
Wow.
Go ahead, continue, I'm
That's
sorry.
such an esoteric fact. I like it.
Wow.
But the highly touted Eagle defense, which did not allow a point after the Vikings' opening drive of the NFC title game, is wary about putting too much of their attention on Patriots star Tom Brady. If Tom plus 10 guys on the field, it's Tom plus 10 guys on the field. We just can't focus on one guy. If we're going to be real about it, Cox said, I think we have to focus on their whole offense because they've got a lot of great players. We have to go out and be ourselves. We've got to go out and do the little things right and not beat ourselves in order to be victorious.
Yeah, like the pretentious cocksuckers that you think you are.
Apparently, yes. Yep.
By the way, I'm sorry to interject, but
Sure.
I just want to get a little bit of this fucking stuff in before we jump off.
All right.
All right, and then I'm going to take everybody's Super Bowl picks, and we're going to kind of cut it off there because we are limited on time. We're at 53 minutes, does that say?
Yeah.
Okay.
52-46.
All right.
No dancing?
I'm not saying that this is going to be a fucking run-over game.
No.
Philly does have some great defense. However,
But the stats match. 13-3, 13-3 on both.
okay, but you're looking at two totally different teams.
Well, yeah.
A team that started out kind of shitty, which was the Pats, because they were giving up. They were giving up 30-plus points a game and over 300 yards passing to 6 quarterbacks in the beginning of the season. It's not like that anymore. Philly has been consistent from start to
finish.
end, with the exception of them losing Carson Wentz,
Yeah,
which is the
that's where-
crushing blow to the Eagles.
But they still made it, though. They still found a way to do it.
But their defense carried them. Except for
would
the
it be
championship
enough?
game where the offense actually stepped up. They took the football out of their ass. They fucking stopped licking their own gooch. And they started fucking scoring some points.
Well, here's the question now. The big question for Philly is this. Will their defense be more than enough to carry them through the game?
Again, it's not fucking simple when you're going against the hoodie. Okay? Bill Belichick is working his way up that list, that very fine line list of coaches of all time. Okay? He is a fucking football genius that only the Philly coaches could wish they could even be close to. Okay? That's going to be it. Can Philly's defensive coordinators game plan enough or go on the fly enough to match all of the different little intricate systems the Pats have, including guarding Gronk? Nobody can stop him. Pittsburgh couldn't stop him. Jacksonville couldn't stop him. Okay? The Jets, all season, Jim will contest to it, had issues stopping Gronk. Gronk's playing. He's been cleared. It's all said and done.
Concussion protocol. He's passed it.
And then you add Hogan.
Yes, brother.
You hate that little bastard fucking Amendola that I hate him, but he's on my team. Don't ask why. I just fucking hate the asshole. Okay? I probably all those years from St. Louis that I fucking hated him. Okay? You add that. Okay? You have Brandon Cooks, who burns everyone. He's got 4.34 speed. He takes off down the sidelines, and this is why they get so many pass interference penalties, because nobody can keep up with him. You've got 3 fucking speed wide receivers. You've got a tight end that you can't fucking stop. You got backs coming out of the backfield. You're going to have Rex Burkhead. I love that fucking name because it's all about head. Okay? You got Deion Lewis, last year's Super Bowl MVP. White coming out of the backfield. Brandon Bolden. There are so many weapons. There's too many weapons. That front four from Philly is going to have to try to pressure Brady the same way Jacksonville did. But the problem is defenses tire out fast. That will be the huge question.
That's going to be the differential.
Philly's offense plays that fucking play action quarterback setup, the read reaction plays, the defense on the Pat side, corners are stingy, but the defensive line and the linebacking core will be the fucking transition for that fucking game. So I'm leaving it off at that. And Enzo's fucking going crazy because I'm actually just literally gave off a fucking NFL preview for this game. I'm going to go around the room. I know Karasu's not a football fan, so he's there for a prop, basically, until the next show. I'm sorry, dude. I had to get this done. People asked for it, and that's where it is.
Hey,
But I will ask you first, do you have a Super Bowl prediction of who's winning the Super Bowl?
of course, Pats is going to win. It's not that hard to tell. Pats are going to win.
You know, you vertically just went off the camera. You just kept moving side to side, and you're off. There you go. And then now you're back.
Pats going to win. I see it.
Jim.
I don't. Like I said before, I'm.
And if you can, give a score, because that would be kind of. It's immortalized on the video, so next week, when I'm sitting on the fucking Derek Relaford show, and I have to call everybody out. By the way, I am going to be on the Derek Relaford show next week.
Yes,
I guess because I'm not gonna pick. I'm not gonna pick a team to win, because I gave my explanation earlier. But if I would have to pick a score, whoever's gonna win the game, 28-24 final.
Ooh.
Well, that's close. That's a lot of offense, too. Okay, sports guru. I'm working my way around. You'll get a fucking chance cleaning a. Come on, let's go. Now I'm going to put you on the spot.
Yes, on the spot. Yeah. I'd like to put her on my spot, yeah.
Oh dear.
Your G spot.
Yes, her G spot, yes.
Okay, being that I'm neutral and.
Oh, here we go with the neutrality bullshit. We
Yes,
have enough.
I am neutral.
Don't we have enough of fucking neutrality? We couldn't get on fucking line for the first episode. Now we're talking about neutrality again. There we go.
Well, anywho, as you said, and touching up on what you said, I think it looks like the Dynasty is going to win it. The theme of this year's Super Bowl is Dynasty versus Destiny. So, if it's in their favor, I suppose I would go with the Dynasty, which would in this case be the New England Patriots. And the score, I would think, I'm going to go lower than they did, say 15-18.
Wow.
I'm going
33
low.
points. I think the under-over for this game is 47.
48. It's 48 and a hook now.
It went up 48 now?
48 and a half. 48 and a hook.
All
Well,
all
that's
right.
what they say. 48 and a hook means.
As a typical Pats fan. All right.
Here we go.
No question is who you.
I'm obviously going. I'm obviously picking the Pats the same way fucking all of the Other people are. I'm going out on a reach. 31-17. Pats. Only because, again, I look at it from both sides of the ball, and the question being is Philly's number one rated defense, or defensively number one in some aspect, are they going to be able to keep up with the non-stop pace of the Pats offense?
That's a
You
good
said
question.
31-17.
31-17.
And that's probably going to be with Philly already having a 17-0 lead.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Because remember, 28-3 was not a fucking steep goal for the Pats to win. 35-28.
And that's why they put 283 diamonds in their Super Bowl rings.
You want to say something very
Oh my
interesting? Super
God,
Bowl is the
that's
most
too
bets
much.
made in the world. She's right.
That's too much.
Well, you're betting on one game.
Reason why.
I mean, people bet the fucking coin flip, for Christ's sakes.
They bet that yeah.
They bet the color of the fucking referee's underwear.
Oh my
I'm not shitting you. That is illegal. It is a legitimate bet in Vegas.
I've been to Vegas a bunch of Super Bowl Sundays, and there's that. There's
I need to go for
bet
the
on-
Golden Knights game.
There's bets on the coin flip. There's bets on the time duration of the national anthem. There's bets on what the first score of the game is going to be, whether it's safety, a field goal, a touchdown. There was the one year when it was, who was it? It was Baltimore and Seattle.
No, that was Baltimore Giants
No, I'm talking about this was recently, like a few years ago. It was Seattle and someone else.
and what, Denver.
Thank you, Seattle, Denver. I put $100 down in the sports book at the casino in Vegas that the first score of the game was going to be a field goal. The opening kickoff, fucking it happens in the end zone. Safety. I lose $100 in the first play of the game.
Ouch.
Oh.
4 seconds into the fucking game, I fucking lose a Bonnie.
All right,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we leave off the Super Bowl preview episode on that.
Yeah.
Let me just introduce everybody. Oh, actually, what was your Super Bowl pick, cleaning lady?
5 words or less.
I'm not.
Oh Jesus.
Okay. I'm not going to pick. I'm just going to say simple and short. Good luck for both for the team and whatever they go for. Whatever touchdown, whatever goal they do, whatever anything they play.
What about a score?
They'll score exactly.
Saying what
No, but
about
what?
a
What's the
score?
numbers?
What's your
Give us.
prediction?
Give the
us a couple
score
numbers.
and who wins.
Oh,
Who do you
Not
see
who you're
winning
rooting
by?
for. Just give me a score and who wins.
Who do you think is gonna win?
2 minutes.
okay, I want to say the Patriots. Because they always.
Sell out.
They're always, there. I mean, they did it last time, whether they do it again,
Score.
score.
No, but what's
Give
the
us
numbers?
score.
I don't want to give no
Wow.
number. I don't want to give no number.
Okay, fair
No.
enough. Then
I don't
we'll
blame
leave
him. I don't
We'll
blame
leave it at that.